5 things someone like Ravana thinks would impress others by Krishna's mercy.
तस्य सन्दिदिहे बुद्धिर्मुहुः सीता निरीक्षतु आम्नायानां योगेन विद्या प्रशिथिलामेव दोहखेन बुबुधे सीता हनुमान लंकृताम संस्कारेण यथा हीना वाचमर्थांतरण गताम. Quote, seeing Sita, like trying to decipher knowledge from the Vedas, which has become barely perceptible after lack of use, his mind became doubtful. As Sita was not decorated, with difficulty Hanuman could recognize her, like understanding a text which has gotten a different meaning due to a lack of purity. Valmiki Ramayana, Sundara Kand, 15.38-39.
Ravana, the 10-headed ogre leading the community of Lanka, took another woman by force. She was already married, living happily with her husband, albeit in austere and simple conditions. She was devoted to that husband in thought, word, and deed. The marriage ceremony took place in Dharma, and the married life, which followed, also aligned with Dharma. The lust was too strong in Ravana. He should have known better. He should have followed sound logic and reasoning, but was instead guided by the impulses of the senses. This condition is known as agitendriya, and it is not conducive to long-term happiness. Nevertheless, Ravana went through with his plan. After taking Sita Devi by force, he thought he could win her over through words. Now that she was physically separated from her husband, Sri Rama, maybe she could look around and see all that was available to her for improving life. 1. Wealth.
More than you can ever imagine. Shuvra was here previously. I drove him out. I know. He is my brother and all, but don't let that get in the way. I am a better steward. This wealth is in better hands now. It is all yours. By the way, once you agreed to become my chief queen.
2. Power.
Your husband is so weak. He gave up the kingdom of Ayodhya at the insistence of a woman who was not even his real mother. What was Rama thinking? Here there will be no such mistakes. The power is tremendous. It is all yours to share, once you agree to become my chief queen.
3. Competition.
Yes, I acknowledge that many queens live here already. Do not worry. There is no competition. You are leagues ahead of them in attributes. Granted, we cannot be sure how long those traits will stay with you. Time is rather cruel on the feminine race, as we know. You will be the best of them all, once you agree to become my chief queen.
4. Sensual enjoyment.
This is not anything like that forest you were living in. We have everything available in great abundance. There is no question of shortage. Whatever you want, whenever you want it. Just say the word. It is all yours to inherit once you agree to become my chief queen.
5. Gold.
There is gold everywhere. We are living in real wealth. What did you have in that forest? You were poverty-stricken. Voluntarily, at that. I still can't get my head around it, but never mind now. You can take as much gold as you like, once you agree to become my chief queen.
The problem is that Ravana could not recognize Sita Devi for who she is. If someone voluntarily gives up so much in favor of supporting their husband, what interest would they have in it later on? Why would the daughter of King Janak be enticed by royal opulence when she just voluntarily gave it up, against the advice of her own husband? The failure for proper recognition was a potential for devastation and destruction. It is like accepting a user manual for a particular appliance and not knowing how to read it. Acting carelessly with a knife. Running with scissors. Connecting the wrong terminals to charge a battery. We could also compare to written and spoken word. A shloka from Shastra that was composed thousands of years ago. Coming across a saying and not knowing what it means. Someone like Sri Hanuman is able to properly recognize the wife of Sri Rama. This is because of accompanying purity, which is due to connection to a culture. Even with great difficulty, under inauspicious circumstances, Hanuman is able to make the proper recognition. In the same way, the empowered representative of the Supreme Lord bridges the gap in time and culture to facilitate understanding of timeless wisdom presented in Vedic literature. Through their grace, we can make progress in utilizing those principles of yoga for achieving the best destination in the human existence. In closing, from timeless principles to teach, the best destination to reach. From a single words collection, auspicious change in direction. But the proper meaning should know. Otherwise, chance for destruction so. Like Ravana to impress thinking. Deeper into whole sinking.